Greetings, everyone. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey, guys, guess what time it is? I know you've heard me talk about several other topics over the last several days, everything from reparations to what the heathen criminal looks like, the murderers look like, to, some of the political shenanigans, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe. And those things are important things. But the most important thing, my purpose, my sole purpose, not my sole purpose, my sole purpose is to help, and our people and others who may be interested in our people, who respect and care about our people any way that I can. But my primary purpose, is to always try to impart as much of our history, our Creator Yah word into my life and then use what He has given me to share that, to the family. And when I say the family, I'm talking particular to the tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Judah, and then the other, 11 tribes. And so I want to take a little time in this particular message, and I want to go to the book, and I want to share something from the book. I want to share Psalms, with you, a psalm out of the book of Psalms. And just to get familiarized, give you an overview of Psalms. Psalms was primarily written by King David, one of our forefathers, of course. And King David was the father of Solomon, the second king of Israel. And he was a king that Yahuwah said that was after his own heart. In other words, Yahuwah felt David's love for Yahuwah. With all of David's shortcomings, his love for Yahuwah was so strong that Yahuwah said, man, this guy is always after my heart. You know what I'm saying? He can be rebellious, and he could be, just, rock-headed, and, just sometimes over-aggressive. Some people call it narcissistic, but I got to give him credit. He loves me. And that's the person who primarily wrote the book of Psalms. That particular man, one of our ancestor kings, okay? So, and a lot of you guys are probably familiar with the 23rd Psalms. Yahuwah is my shepherd, I shall not want. Yahuwah leads me in the paths of righteousness. That's part of the writings of David. I can't even pronounce David's name in Hebrew, so I'm just going to keep it David, so that I can pronounce it and you can know what the hell I'm talking about, right? But anyway, I'm not going to talk about the 23rd Psalm. I'm going to talk about Psalms 37, okay? And I'm going to read, and this video is probably going to be about 20 minutes, okay? So if you haven't got your spiritual food this week, then let me invite you to dinner, okay? And then you can enjoy your meal, or we can enjoy this meal from our history book. They call the Bible, we call it the book, the Cipher. And by the way, if any of you guys want to be able to order this book, there's a link in my video. I think it's the True Israelites. You'll see it in hyphens, and you'll see it. I think I want to say it's our history. They stole our history. I think that's the way they stole our history, the true Hebrews. But you'll find that link there, okay? But I'm gonna, share a meal with you this week. I wanted to say the heathen world gonna be celebrating Thanksgiving this week, but I know some of you guys are gonna be participating in that ritual, and so I'm not gonna. And I don't feel like you're a heathen. I think some of us are. We're in Babylon, but we're not necessarily Babylonians, and so some of us are still gleaning ourselves from the ways that are not of Yah, and then some of us are still participating in those ways. But what I'm saying, it's just it's. I'm going to leave it right there, okay? So I'm not going to call anyone out in terms of Thanksgiving, but I don't participate in it because a lot of our ancestors were those Native Americans, so-called, who were here. You follow? That's why you see a lot of them with the fringes on their ladies with their dresses and the men with their on their shirts. They've got those fringes down there because they were practicing the law. And early people who came to this country saw, copper color Aboriginal people who told those people that they were Israelites. They rejected that knowledge, but our people knew who we were long before the European came here, with their perverted Judaism. Okay, in other words, taking our history and imparting it to, whites, just like they took another part of our history and made it and imparted it to the $5 Indian. So I don't participate in it because if you go back and you look at the story of Thanksgiving, the origins of it, it's heartbreaking. There's a lot of slaughtering and massacring going on in it. And I know President Lincoln made it an official holiday, but they were celebrating it long before Lincoln made it an official holiday, okay? They were celebrating Thanksgiving, and they were thankful for slaughtering some of our ancestors. So I can't participate in that. But, you have to do what you believe you need to do. I would just say pray about it. Get the knowledge and then pray about it, okay? And then you make your own decision. But for me, I know what I'm going to be doing Thursday. So I can't be a part of that meal. That's a long explanation, isn't it? But I do invite you to be a part of this meal. If you knew me, you would real food, you would always be invited that I have. I don't have something that I can eat, that I would not share with my brothers and sisters. That's in the natural as well as the supernatural, okay? But I digress, so let's get down to the book, okay? All right, so I'm going to be reading from you Psalms 37, okay? From our history book. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be envious against the workers of iniquity." Simply mean don't worry about wicked people, and damn sure don't envy them. Okay, don't just because they're getting away with their bad behavior. Do not feel like that if I'm like them, I could have what they're getting from that bad behavior. Don't envy that. He said, "For they shall soon be cut down like grass and wither like as the green herb. Trust in Yahuwah and do good, and so shall you dwell in the land, and truly you shall be fed." When he says dwell in the land, in other words, he's saying that, wherever you are, he's going to make sure you're all right, no matter what the conditions are, as long as, again, you trust in Yahuwah. And I know some of us out there are in rough situations, economically, financially. A lot of us going through some trying things in the family. But Yahweh said that the land is wherever you are, and he says that if you trust in him, he'll see you through it. Even though it may be tough now, it won't stay tough if you trust, okay? All right. He says, "Trust in Yahuwah and do good, and so shall you dwell in the land, and truly you shall be fed." In other words, he's going to take care of you. "Delight yourself in Yahuwah, and he shall give you the desires of your heart." Delight yourself in Yahuwah. Now, what do you say, delight? What does that mean, delight? Reflect, pray, be happy, be grateful, be thankful that you are of the tribes and that you are a part of the family, that you are part of the bloodline, and you surely, are part of the blessings, okay? Again, whether you feel those blessings or not, don't go with your feelings. Go with your faith and believe it. You'll see it, okay? "Commit your ways to Yahuwah. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass." So if you have a great need, a strong need that's not centered around, greed, I guess for lack of a better word, lust, for lack of a better word, he said he'll bring it to you. He'll come. He'll get it to you. He said in verse 6, "And he shall bring forth your righteousness as the light and your judgment as the noonday." He said, "Rest in Yahuwah and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass." He says, "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself anywise to do evil." In other words, don't plot evil, don't plan evil, don't think about doing evil to someone. Now, that's not saying that, you don't protect yourself, defend yourself, all right? That is not saying that. It's just simply saying, don't fret about it. Don't sit around worrying about who's going to do something wicked to you. Okay, Yahweh will guide you. He has your back, and he'll give you, witty ideas and suggestions to overcome them anyway. Just give it time. Trust him. He said, "For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait on Yahuwah, they shall inherit the earth. But yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yes, you shall diligently consider this place, and it shall not, you should diligently see his place, and it shall not be. What are you saying? See all this wickedness that's going on in America? This wickedness that America is not only perpetuating here against our people, but around the world? Their time is running out. Their date is coming. There is a date stamped on Yahuwah's calendar that they're going to be cut off. They will die the same death. They'll die 1,000 deaths for every one innocent life that they've taken. They shall. They will. From my mouth to your ears, from Yahweh's word to your hearts. Believe it. It's already happening to them. It's already going on with them. And we can talk about what opioids are doing with them, and what they're doing as far as around the world, and diseases are doing to them, heart attacks, strokes, all those kind of things coming back on them. Drunken driving incidents, you know what I'm saying? Jumping, mountain climbing incidents, you name it. And that's only the little that we know about. It's much more than they're telling us. Yahweh is judging them. So don't fret it. Take a stand and keep your stand. Don't participate, but don't fret them either. Because they shall reap what they sow. All right? But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plots against the just, and gnashes upon him with his teeth. Adonai shall laugh at him. Adonai is the Lord. Shall laugh at him, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of an upright conversation. So they're going to do everything in their power to shut a lot of you guys down, especially when you start talking about, the right things and fair and just and equity. They're going to try to crush us. They're going to try to crush your word. They're going to try to make you sound like a fool or some conspiracy theorist or some rabble rouser, someone who just, is always angry and bitter. Don't. That's what they're going to do. That's their plot. That's their ploy. There's a saying that says first, they think you're crazy, and then they fight you, and then suddenly you change the world. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to fight you. First, they're going to call you crazy, and that's okay. Our Savior, Yeshua, was called every name from a whoremonger to a drunkard to a devil. So if you haven't been called those names yet, then you still haven't met the bar, okay? You still got some more name calling to be called before you can reach Yahuwah status, okay? A Christ-like status, as they will say. So if you haven't been called those things, a whoremonger, a devil, a thief, and a drunkard, you're still doing pretty good, my friends, all right? 15, their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bow shall be broken. A little that the righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. Let me read that to you again. The little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. And I know sometimes we look at the people who have more, the people who have wealth, and we sometimes we can feel bad for ourselves, and feel like why is it always them and never us? That having an advantage or reaping the rewards of this land. But you know what they don't have? They don't have Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have your peace. They don't have your ability to comfort others. They don't have your ability to be patient with others. They don't have your ability to express love. I watch a lot of times, and I take notice, like whenever I'm in the shopping centers and other places, and I'll see, some of these old people, old Americans, who are at the end of their lives, or those who are handicapped or physically disabled. And I mean almost 10 times out of 10, you know who I see caring for them? Not their kind. I see our kind. I see Hebrew Israelites. See, they don't have the ability to do it. Not that they don't want it. They don't have, it's not even in their souls to even love their own loved ones when their loved ones cannot benefit them. They'd rather go throw them off in old folks' homes or somewhere, or send them off, and let them die. But that's not our heart. So he says, for the much riches they have, the little peace we have is much, much greater. Verse 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken. In other words, he says that he gonna knock them down in time. But Yahuwah opposes the righteous. Yahuwah knows the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. See, because the famine days are coming. But those of us, I'm talking about those who walk in the faith, those who live and trust in the word, we're going to be taken care of no matter what goes on in this country. And all hell is going to break loose. It's already breaking loose. Now, some of our people are going to get caught up, in that tidal wave of filth and debauchery, and they're going to die, because they chose the way of the heathen. They love the way of the heathen. And they don't trust in the word of Yah. They're running into these churches on Sundays and professing to be this kind of Christian and that kind of Christian. But he said, they honor me with their mouths, he said, but their hearts are far away from me. Because if their hearts were with Yah, then they would recognize who they were, and they would come back home to the people of Yah, and they would take a stand with the people of Yah, and they would honor Yah's word. And they would study Yah's word for themselves, not let some preacher man who's tied in with the government to mislead and deceive them, to pacify them, lead them astray. These false prophets and false prophetesses. Okay? But that's on them. It's not on you, and it's not on me. He said, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahuwah shall be as the fat of the lambs, and they shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. In other words, he's going to burn them up. The wicked borrows, and he pays not. So he's saying that someone come. Now this is an interesting statement. The wicked borrows and pays not. I'm not ashamed of I'm going to tell you a quick little story about one of my sons. He had a bill collector that was looking for him. And he was talking to me about it. And, we were going back and forth. He said, well, the bill guy is looking for me. I said, well, are you going to meet him over there? He said, no, I ain't meeting him. I said, well, how are you going to pay back the debt that you owe? He said, well, they should have known before they lent me the money that it was a possibility that they weren't going to get it back. Now, see, that was a wicked act. Now, that's my son I'm telling you about. It says the wicked borrows and pays not. If you borrow something from someone, you pay it back. If you don't, you're wicked. And yes, he's my son, but he's, in that instance, that was wicked. And he doesn't walk upright. He doesn't walk before Yahuwah. I'm not going to, I have, more than one son. He doesn't walk upright. You know what I'm saying? And, and he's my son. He has my blood in him, but he doesn't have my spirit in him. He doesn't have the spirit of Yah in him. He's rejected that. He has knowledge of Yah, but he doesn't love Yah. All right? I know some of you are going to say, you're judging him. Well, I'm going to show you something about judgment in just a minute. Okay? Stay with me. Say the wicked borrows and pays not again, but the righteous shows mercy and gives. For such as blessed of him who shall it, so for such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth. And they be cursed of him shall be cut off. So those who are blessed by Yahuwah, they're going to inherit the earth. Those who are cursed by Yahuwah, they're going to be cut off from the earth. They're going to be destroyed, according to the scripture. Again, now verse 23, I'm still in chapter 37. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yahuwah, and he delights in his way. And now what he means by the steps of a good man are ordered, a man of Yahuwah, he thinks about Yahuwah when he makes his decisions. That doesn't mean he makes all the right decisions. And that doesn't mean he's always going to, seek Yahweh before he makes a decision. Surely he won't, because I know I don't. I almost always regret it when I don't. But then also I work very hard to be conscious of doing it. So yes, and many times I do. And I'm sure many of you do as well. And what it's simply saying is when you get up in the morning, whenever you can, just say, Yahuwah, guide my steps today. Now you may say that at 8 o'clock in the morning. By 10:30, you might say, Yahuwah, guide my steps today. By 12:30 in the afternoon, you might say, guess what again? Yahuwah, guide my steps today. Then maybe at 5:30 in the evening, now you've got to go pick up your kids from, daycare, or you've got to go and to the shopping centers to purchase food for your family. You know what I'm saying? Or go to work to take care of your family. Yahweh, guide my steps today. See, it's the steps of a righteous man are ordered by Yahuwah. He said, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. I just said that. Although you may fall short, sometimes you don't meet the standard. Sometimes you go awry, go astray. But Yahweh said, if you do fall down and you make some mistakes, I'm going to pick you up. You're mine. I love you in spite of yourself. I love you in spite of your ignorance. Because you belong to him. We're here. So he's saying, as long as we're making an effort and conscious effort, if we fall or we do something we shouldn't have done, he says, all right, I saw what you did, but I ain't going to let you fall. You'll fall, but I'm going to pick you back up. In other words, I'm going to dust you off and set you back aright, and hoping that you'll remember next time not to maybe make that type of decision. Verse 25, He says, I have been young. And I really love this verse. So listen to this verse very carefully. A lot of you guys who are worried about your kids and what's going to happen to your kids because of the economic situation, things that are going on right now. Maybe you got a lot of debt and your bills are coming to close and you just don't know how you're going to be able to make it. And you're concerned again about what's going to happen to your children, their future. Look what Yahuwah says. This is verse 20. This is chapter 37, verse 25. You need to meditate on. Write this one down and meditate on it, guys, day and night. When I say guys, I'm talking to your Hebrew sisters as well. He says, I have been young, and now I am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed breaking bread. He says, he says again, I have been young, and now I am old. And he said, David said, in all of his life, he's never seen the righteous forsaken, and his children not having enough. Isn't that a wonderful statement of fact? That's a wonderful statement of fact. And that's a wonderful statement of profession. Profess it. Meditate on it. When we were kids, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about some of those traditional prayers. They weren't really prayers, but they were things that we were taught as little kids. And we were talking about the one, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul should keep. Y'all remember that? If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul should take. How many of you guys remember that one? Okay, that's not biblically correct, but a lot of us were taught that as little kids. I don't remember how old I was when I was taught that. I think I knew it probably when I was 3, 4 years old because of repetition. Teaching is repeating, until learning has occurred. And this verse, take that. I was young, and now I am old, and I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. Okay? Meditate on that. Every time you get in a situation where you're not sure of what's going to come, you're not sure of what's about to happen, you don't have enough, and you just all of a sudden the enemy comes in and try to discourage you and tell you, oh boy, you done it now, oh, hell gonna break loose, oh, just remember what David said, that if you're righteous, all right, if you're righteous, and what is righteousness? Believing and trusting the word of Yahuwah. That's what righteousness looks like before the Most High. And David said, I'm old and I was young. I was young and now I'm old. And I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Okay? Again, that's Psalm chapter 37, verse 25. Let me continue on. Almost done. I know we're running a little bit over our timeline, but I promise you we'll be done in 5 minutes. He says, he is ever merciful, talking about Yahuwah. And he is ever, and lends, and his seed is blessed. And what does lends means? Another form of giving. Giving. He's lending things to you that you may use or be able to utilize so that you can continue to move forward. That's right behind. I was young and now I'm old and I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Your children will never be begging for bread if you, the parent, takes a stand for Yahuwah. All right, and will you be forsaken? Keep that in mind. That's important to know. I don't know about you, but that's a treasure verse for me. Verse 27 said, depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore. Now, this is the one I want you to look at. For Yahuwah loves judgment. For Yahuwah loves judgment. See, all the people tell you that you're not supposed to judge, and you can't judge anybody. Yahuwah's telling you he loves those who judge. He says, look, I'm going to read it to you. Yahuwah loves judgment. All right? And forsakes not, his children. For they are guarded forever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. He says, the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. But again, he says Yahuwah loves judgment. So it's not that we can't judge. We ought to judge righteous judgment. And you say, well, DFG, how do I know what's righteous and unrighteous? Go to the word. The word, is the validator. The word is what is the confirmation, okay? The book, right? This is where you go. If you're not sure of what is righteous judgment or what is right judgment or fair and equal, equitable judgment, that's what our history book is here for, to guide you and guide us so that we can make righteous judgments. And sometimes a righteous judgment tells someone, look, you're going to reap what you sow if you keep going doing what you're doing. And when you do it, that's exactly what you deserve. And someone like, well, you're judging me. No, I'm not judging you. You're judging yourself by the decisions that you're making. Okay? So never let anybody tell you that the righteous shouldn't be judging. We're going to judge angels according to the scripture. according to Yahuwah, one day. Verse 28. I think I read that again, but I'm going to read it one more time. But just one more time. Verse 28. For Yahuwah loves judgment and forsakes not his children. They are guarded forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of judgment. So for those who might say, nah, DFG, I think you're taking that scripture out of context. Okay, well, tell me what this means then. If I'm wrong about we can judge, then tell me what this means. This is verse 30. So you got your book, you got your Bible, go get it. Psalms chapter 37, verse 30. The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom. And his tongue, whose tongue? The righteous. His tongue talks of judgment. Because you can't have judgment without wisdom. Not righteous judgment. You have to have wisdom to go along with your judgment. But yes, he does give us the right and the latitude to judge. But again, it's called righteous judgment. The Torah of Elohim. Now the Torah just for the books of Moses, guys. That's Genesis, Exodus, I think it's Leviticus, Numbers, and then Deuteronomy. I think I said that in the right order. That's the books of the Torah, just so you know. Okay? Then the Torah is his Elohim, is in his heart, or the Torah of Elohim is in his heart. So you need to read Genesis, and you need to read Exodus. You need to read, Deuteronomy. I'm sorry, Leviticus. I think it's Numbers, Leviticus, and then Deuteronomy. But those 5 books you should be familiar with. I'm not saying you need to be able to recite them, but you should be familiar with those books. Okay, learn those books, because those books will give you good insight and good knowledge how to build and how to lead. You know what I'm saying, and what to expect and how to respect. Okay, and even much more than what I just said. The Torah of Elohim is the Torah of Elohim is in his heart. Talking about the righteous. And none of his steps shall slide. In other words, he'll walk the right way. He won't slip down. The wicked watches the righteous, and they seek to slay him. See, the wicked amongst you, they're watching what you're doing. They're watching us all the time. And they're waiting for any opportunity to trip us up, to be able to demean us, to be able to accuse us. The scripture tells us that Satan is the accuser of the brother, and he's always going up before the Most High, accusing the righteous all the time. That's what Satan does. And he has a lot of wicked agents all amongst us. A lot of the people that you know, and some of the people that you profess to love are agents of Satan, unfortunately. And they sit around and they wait and they watch and hope that you will do something that they can call an offense, so that they can come and interrupt and bring about a condemnation towards you. Let me read that again. The wicked watch the righteous and seeks to slay him. Yahuwah will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Isn't that something? The righteous won't be condemned by Yahuwah, and the righteous will not be judged by Yahuwah. What is the righteous? Those who study the Torah. You just heard me say it. He said, if you study the Torah, you're not going to slip. All right? Wait on Yahuwah and guard his way, and he shall exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you shall see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he's gone. I sought him, but he could not be found. See, he's saying they got a date on him. They have a date, just like a piece of produce, you know what I'm saying, or some milk, that has an expiration date. The wicked amongst you, the wicked of this land, they have a date, their expiration date. And it's real, and I will tell you, in my personal opinion, it has expired. But I'm not Yahuwah, so I don't know exactly when Yahuwah is going to take them out. But he promised that he shall. So don't be a part of them. Don't envy them. Don't be offended by them. Don't lust and desire after their ways. Come out of them. Come apart from them. Separate yourself from them. Seek not what they seek. You know what I'm saying? Seek a better way. Seek the high way. The Yah way. All right? Again, and if you do fall or slip, he's not going to judge you and he's not going to condemn you. Okay? Say, mark the perfect man and behold his love, his charity. For the end of that man is peace. He said, watch the perfect, mark him. Say, hey, that's a righteous woman over there. He said, and if you find somebody that's righteous, watch him. That's what he said, watch him. And watch how they're always walking in peace. Why? Because they don't have no bitter, they have no strife in their heart, no malice in their heart. Can they get angry? Yeah, they can get angry. You know what I'm saying? But they're not sinful people. They don't walk in bitterness, jealousy, enviness. Okay? Say, watch a righteous man and watch how much peace. And just look at the peaceful life. Be around them for a while. You'll experience it. Some of you guys are that way already. That's why people are always drawn to you. And some of you guys have people that you know that are that way. That's why you're always drawn to them. Say, the end of that man is peace. Verse 38. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. See, he didn't say one at a time. He said all together the transgressors. You say, well, DFG, what transgressors? Those who do not know the word, the laws, the commandments of Yahuwah. That's who he's talking about, transgressors. Those who practice paganism. Those who practice, sending their babies to death. Those who practice, gender confusion. Those who practice homosexuality. Those who practice bestiality. Those who, who practice murder. Unrighteousness, racism, bigotry, hatred, lustfulness, extortion, manipulation, robbers, thieves, bandits. We call hoodlums, rapists. All those transgressors is who he's talking about, and many more. You know a transgressor when you see him. And some of us have been transgressors. So I don't think I have to give you any more explanation than that. And he said all the transgressors, if they continue in their way, will be destroyed together. When he destroys this land, all of those are going to be destroyed right with him. When Moses and the people were coming through the Red Sea, all of the transgressors, all of those who were against Yahweh's people, when they got in that sea, Yahweh closed that sea upon them, and they all drowned. Every last one of them, not one of them escaped, and he killed them, destroyed them all together. The same thing he's going to do coming soon for these transgressors. So don't be a part of them. Someone is in your ear telling you do this or do that, just rebuke this and say, no, I'm not doing it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I know I could do it, but I'm not going to do it. Yahweh has given me a commandment that says that I don't walk with wickedness. Even if someone does something wicked, I'm not going to participate in their wickedness. I'm going to get away from them. I'm going to watch Yahuwah destroy them, but I will defend and protect myself. And you heard me talk about that many times. But don't partake in their folly. It's only going to end bad for them, and if you're with them, it's going to be bad. It's going to end bad for you. Verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of Yahuwah, and he is their strength in their times of trouble. Just think about it. When things get really, really bad and things get really, really rough for us, we can turn to Yahuwah, and he'll give us peace. He'll give us wisdom. He'll give us insight. He'll give us judgment. But see, the world, all these people out here running around, they don't have that. Why do you think they're turning to drugs? Why do you think opioids is sells by the billions of dollars? Why do you think the United States is the number one nation consuming opioids or drugs? United States. Yet, United States is the number one terrorist nation on the planet. Yeah, I said it. Number one terrorists on the planet are the number one drug abusers on the planet. Oh, and alcoholics and drunkards and probably a whole bunch of other things in between. Because see, they have no peace. So they can't get what you and I can get. Because we're standing for Yah. We're standing for Yah's righteousness. We're standing for the Torah. We're standing for one another. We're standing for the people. We are the people. We are the light of the world. As Yeshua said to us, a city that sitteth up on a hill that cannot be hid. So let your light shine so that men can see your works and understand that Yahuwah is alive and Yahuwah is strong. He's a mighty power in the time of trouble. And that's what he says again. I'll read it again, verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of Yahuwah. He is their strength in time of trouble. So when things get troubling for you, get rough for you, just turn to Yahuwah and say, okay, Yahuwah, I need your help. Show me, protect me at least. If you can't tell me what to do, at least don't let anything happen to me. Or if it got to happen, please let me down easy. I'm going to throw a little carnality in. You know that song, the Irish, but let me down easy whenever you are. Okay, I can't sing with that crap. But he's going to let you down easy, is what he's saying. So if we got to fall, your fall going to have cushion under it because you are a daughter or son of Elohim, Yahuwah. Last verse. And Yahuwah shall help them and deliver them. Talking about those and talking about us in our times of trouble. He's saying that Yahuwah will help us. He will be our strength and he will help us, and deliver us, from the wicked. And he will save us because we trust in him. Isn't that something? Not because we're Catholic or Baptist or because we go to some church or belong to some religion. Because all those things are what the heathens do, unfortunately. Not saying you're a heathen if you do it, but that's what the heathens do. He said, don't be like them. You follow me? He said that trust in him. If we trust in him, then we have everything that we need. Everything that we need. But trust means trust, guys. Trust is not just a word. You follow me? It's like love. I love it. How do you know you love it? Have you gone through anything for each other? Have you had to go out of your way for each other? Have you had to shed blood or had to have a bleeding heart? That's how you know if somebody loves you. People just say, I love you, but you don't know that. You know when you'll find out if somebody loves you? When they have every reason to despise and hate you, and they don't do it. Not only do they not hate and despise you, but they're there for you. That's what love looks like. And I'm not talking about going and ask somebody to give you something or do you a favor. That's child's play, guys. That's taiko blocks. We're talking about things that matter, life and death situations. Such situations where it could end relationship, but they don't end because someone has love in their heart for the other person. And they may be crushed and hurt and brokenhearted. But that love, that trust that comes with love, that'll get you through anything. It'll get you to anything. But most people don't have that in them. They don't have no love and no trust. You follow me? But that trust is still what it is. That trust is trust whether they can profess it all they want. I was talking to somebody else, matter of fact, a very, very good friend. Well, one of my brother's very, very good friends. I won't call out. Very, 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 very good friend to my brother. And we were talking about loyalty and different things like that. And we were talking about, we were talking about, I guess going to church was a statement we made. And we were talking about, going to a church don't make you any more of a believer than going to Burger King makes you a Whopper. And that's a fact. So somebody talking about trust with no works, that's no different than, somebody going to a whole house with no money expecting, to be serviced. It ain't going to happen. So when he says, put your trust in him, my sisters, my brothers, that's what he's meaning, that nothing will cause you to waver with your belief and your trust. No matter what comes against you, no weapon formed against you will prosper. No words formed against you will prosper. No lie told to you will prosper. No matter what, come hell or high water, as they say. If you have trust in Elohim, if you have trust in Yahuwah, then you will stand against in that evil day, and he will deliver you. Okay? But if you're faltering and falling and backbiting and fighting back, I'm talking about